9:22 Thursday night football prime time taking place in New England as the Houston Texans go to New England, take on the New England Patriots. Yo, what's up, YouTube? Your boy, the Great Pitcher here, DGB, back again with another episode of Patriots Keys. Now, I'm here to talk about the keys to victory. If you guys are new to the series, I talk about 3 keys to victory that the Patriots would need in order for them to win this game. So, this week is a short week. We play the Texans after playing Sunday against the Dolphins, where we pretty much destroyed them until Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt. Then they came back, but we still able to win the game 31-24. Defense stepped up at the end, even though they gave up a lot of points. So let's go ahead and just talk about where we stand with the injury report. For the injury report this week, as I said, we played the Texans. Dante Hightower, who did not play last week, he was doubtful with a knee injury. He's questionable this week. I don't think he'll play because it's a short week. Gronk, who is questionable, I really don't think Gronkowski is going to play this week, or he might play week 4 just to get him some burn, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's not. And Jimmy Garoppolo is a game time decision now. Me personally, I don't think he's going to be able to play. I think that they're going to sit him because it is a sprained AC joint, and I know it takes time for this injury to heal. And I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is actually just going to play. I think they just trying to do this to get people's hopes up. But I feel like Jacoby Brissett is going to be the quarterback for this game. And on the Texans side, you got Brian Cushing, who is out. You know, he has sprained MCL, so he's pretty much out. Braxton Miller, he's unlikely to play. He's listed as doubtful for the game. And Jadeveon Clowney and J.J. Watt, who have nagging injuries, will in fact play this game. So let's get all this being said, all the background information. Both teams are 2-0. 2 of the hottest teams in the AFC. Let's get into the first key to victory.
Major key.
Let's go ahead and talk about the number one key, I think, in this game, especially with Watt and Clowney playing, more so J.J. Watt. We got to stop this pass rush. The Texans, in the past 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks of the season, they have 9 sacks. We already know our offensive line is one of the worst in the league, and if we want to be able to give time for Jacoby Brissett, because I'm pretty sure we're going to run the ball a lot with Brissett, because we don't have a lot of chemistry with Brissett to the receivers. I feel like LeGarrette Blount is your FanDuel person to look out for these next couple weeks. LeGarrette Blount is going to be blunt force trauma, but that's not even a big key. We got to just make sure we stop this pass rush, because we got to be able to give the rookie Jacoby Brissett time in the pocket to be able to dissect the defense and able to look, short intermediate routes, because I don't feel like we're going to throw the ball deep, really. And, dink and dunk, simple game. I feel like that's how we got to win. You got to stop this pass rush. Now for the second major key.
Major key.
Let's try to make it a shootout now. When you look at this, I'm about to show you the stat. The Texans averaged 21 points in the first 2 weeks, but they only give up an average of 13 points. We score on average 27 points the first 2 weeks, but we give up 22.5. Now, if you're looking at it, you're saying, oh my goodness. The Texans have a larger margin. They have an 8-point margin, and we have a 4.5 point margin. But hear me out. When I say let's make it a shootout, if the Texans keep it close, I feel like that is more so their game. But if we're able to put up points and you have to make Brock Osweiler do more than what they want him to do, I feel like we can actually go above and beyond if we make this a shootout. Because I feel like a shootout is not the type of game the Texans want. They want a game to be close. They want a game to be under 20 points if they can hold it to that. But I feel like we could be able to make it a shootout. I feel like they'll make some mistakes, some mental errors, and we can capitalize on that. Because I feel like our defense is a takeaway machine waiting to happen with Malcolm Butler, Patrick Chung, Jamie Collins, who can get to the quarterback and play defense. So I feel like if it's a shootout, I feel like it goes into our favor. But if it's, ground and pound where it's like a 20-point game and it's real close, I feel like it goes in their favor. Now, even though I said we're going to probably run LeGarrette Blount a lot, I feel like if we can run him and, just get nice drives, just score touchdowns, I feel like we'll be in good position. Now, let's get in for the last key to victory.
Major key.
Let's talk about getting off on third down. Now, this is for the defense. The defense got to get off on third down. The Texans on third down, they are 45.7%. So that is pretty bad. That's not the best. But we give up 50% on third down. That means every other time we're giving up a third down. On third down, they're going to convert it on every other try. And it's more so happened last week, maybe because we was trying to be conservative, but we just cannot have that approach. We cannot put our rookie quarterback in a situation where he has to do a lot more than what we're asked to, because we want to be able to run LeGarrette Blount and dip and dunk instead of having to try to extend the field. So if we're able to get off on third down, that means we got to get to the quarterback when it's like 3rd and 8. That means on the first down, we got to be able to stop Lamar Miller. He can't get about 4 or 5 yards on the first carry. If we make it a 3rd and long situation, and we really need to pass rush. But it's the defense too. Like the corners, they're not doing their best, and the pass rush is just abysmal. We need more, because we get key sacks, but we shouldn't be in a position to have to get those key sacks if we're able to do our job earlier in the game. So I feel like we can get off on third down, whether it's pressuring the quarterback, getting some takeaways, whether it's just stopping early on the downs. You get off on third down, I feel like we can win this game. I feel like it will lead to us having a shootout, and I feel like all these 3 keys will go hand in hand if we're able to get on third down. Now that to me is the major one. Can we get off on third down? Defense is going to be huge this week and next week. It has been huge for us in the first 2 games and our first 2 wins, and I feel like if they do this and they do the other 2, I feel like Patriots will win this game. I'm not going to say about 30 points. I say we can put up probably about 24, maybe 26, depending on how it ends up going. Like if we have to kick like 4 field goals and maybe 2 touchdowns. But I feel like we can score about at least 22 points a game, make it somewhat a shootout, and I feel like we can win this game. So let me know your thoughts below. You think we're going to win this game? Do you think the Patriots will go 3-0 without Tom Brady and win with Jacoby Brissett most likely, or you feel like the Texans will go 3-0 and that we'll go 2-1? Let me know your thoughts below. Like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.